The search for the missing vehicle that was carrying the 3 deceased police officers is resuming this morning. The bodies of the officers were retrieved from the Henops River in Centurion, Gauteng on Tuesday. Yesterday, police divers found car parts believed to be part of that missing vehicle. They also found a reflective jacket belonging to one of the deceased officers. And for more on the search for the missing VW Polo at the Henops River, Chriselda Lewis is still there. She's on that scene. Chriselda, we saw a tow truck arriving. Can we assume that there has been a discovery of this vehicle, or is it just in preparation for if or when they find it? Let's get the latest from you.
Well, Leanne, indeed, that heavy tow truck was brought in very early this morning, and you could see parts of it. In fact, a rope that is attached to that tow truck has been taken or pulled into the river itself. We do believe that this is the location where this search has now resumed for the actual body of the vehicle. As you correctly pointed out, the parts of a vehicle had been found yesterday, and police investigators had essentially been trying to map the pieces together if indeed that the parts, which is a front and a rear bumper, do belong to the VW Polo that the 3 police officers were travelling in. You recall that the search had been suspended last night due to poor lighting and the dangerous nature of this particular area. So we can confirm now that the search has indeed resumed. We do understand that there's also other heavy machinery that is also expected to be brought in here. There are a number of police divers and a number of rescuers that have gone into the shrubs that you see there, Leanne. We're not really going to be able to go much closer to where we are at this particular point, of course, to allow these rescuers to continue with the search, of course. We're not sure at this particular stage, Leanne, if indeed what was described yesterday as a heavy piece of metal which resembles the size of a vehicle is exactly what they're trying to extract from there at this particular point. But what we can confirm is that the search has resumed this morning, and as you can see, that heavy tow truck, it had been brought in much earlier this morning together with the rescue teams. They've gone into the shrubs right over there. I do understand that there's also a tree that might need to be moved where possibly this heavy piece of metal which resembles this vehicle might be. That's some of the information that we do have at this particular stage. But, you know, we're expecting this operation to continue into much of this morning, dependent, of course, on what these rescuers do find. But we are on location at the moment as this operation has resumed this morning. And while all of this does take place, you'd remember, Leanne, the main bone of contention and questions asked by the families related to, you know, where the vehicle was. And speculation had been that once the vehicle, you know, had gone off the embankment, it had gone downstream due to the heavy rains that we experienced last week when this incident is said to have taken place. Recall, also not far from here, at the actual area where we saw, there had been a part or a barrier on the side of the N1 that had been damaged, which indicated that there might have been an object that had gone over there. They did find also some parts of a VW Polo, and in addition, now yesterday, finding 2 of the bumpers, the rear as well as the front bumper, which investigators, of course, were looking into in terms of, you know, whether it is going to link. There's also data dots. The process includes data dots, which will then be linked to the VIN number, which would tell us if exactly those bumpers belong to that VW Polo that the police officers were travelling in. But the search has resumed this morning, as you can see behind me, and heavy machinery has been brought in to try and extract that heavy piece of metal that was described by police to be believed to be a vehicle that police believe it could be the vehicle that the police officers were travelling in.